Every image of the devil you've ever seen probably tried to make him terrifying, twisted, monstrous, and unmistakably evil. But one artist chose a far more unsettling approach. He made the devil beautiful. This is the Fallen Angel, painted in 1847 by the French academic master Alexander Cabanel. More than a portrait of Lucifer, it is one of the most emotionally powerful paintings ever created, a work that forces you to question everything you think you know about good, evil, beauty, and pride. At first glance, Lucifer appears almost peaceful. His perfect body rests against a rocky landscape, every muscle sculpted with extraordinary precision. Yet the longer you look, the more the illusion disappears. Nothing about him is relaxed. Every muscle is tight, every limb is tense. His body is coiled like a spring, filled with restrained power. This is not the body of someone who has been defeated. It is the body of someone who has just fallen. His arms rise across his face, but they are not hiding him. Between them, he watches the world below with burning intensity. His eyes are bloodshot. A single tear rolls down his cheek. Yet the emotion on his face is difficult to name. It isn't sorrow. It isn't anger. It's something far more complicated. It is wounded pride, defiance, the silent refusal to accept defeat. Then your attention shifts to his wings. One still shines with the pale white of heaven. The other has already begun to darken. Its feathers lose their brilliance, turning dull and lifeless, as though heaven itself is fading away from him. His transformation has already begun, and he has only just arrived. In the distance, almost hidden within the clouds, faint figures of angels remain in heaven. Their flowing blue robes blend into the light above. They are already beyond his reach, already moving on without him, already forgetting. To understand why this painting became so unforgettable, you first have to understand the artist behind it. Alexander Cabanel was born in Montpellier, France in 1823. By the time he became an adult, he was celebrated as one of the greatest academic painters of the 19th century. His technique was flawless. His drawings were precise. His understanding of anatomy was extraordinary. Even Emperor Napoleon III became one of his greatest patrons. Years later, Cabanel would paint The Birth of Venus, one of the defining masterpieces of French academic art, a painting admired for its elegance, perfection, and classical beauty. But 16 years before that triumph, while studying in Rome at only 24 years old, Cabanel created something completely different. Something far more daring. As part of his academic training, he was simply expected to paint a male nude. It was supposed to be an exercise in anatomy, a demonstration of technical skill. Nothing more. Instead, he painted Lucifer. Even more fascinating is what happened before the final version. A year earlier, in 1846, Cabanel completed an early study of the same subject. The difference between the two versions changes everything. In the first study, Lucifer looks downward. His face is lowered. His posture feels resigned. He appears to have accepted his punishment. But in the finished painting, Cabanel completely transformed that emotion. He lifted Lucifer's head, raised his arms, and made him stare through them with sharp, calculating eyes. He is no longer a broken angel. He is already thinking about what comes next. That single artistic decision changes the entire meaning of the painting. The first version shows a creature who fell. The second suggests a being who chose to fall. That idea reaches back centuries. The story of Lucifer's rebellion comes from biblical tradition, but its most influential portrayal was written by John Milton in his epic poem Paradise Lost, published in 1667. Milton's Lucifer is not presented as a mindless monster. He is heaven's brightest angel, the most gifted, the most beautiful, the most intelligent, and the one who believed that serving God was beneath him. His pride led him to rebel. His rebellion led to defeat, and defeat led to exile from heaven forever. Milton gave him one of literature's most unforgettable lines: "Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven." Nearly 2 centuries later, Cabanel painted that same idea without writing a single word. He painted it in one unforgettable face. Look closely at the tear on Lucifer's face. Many people assume it represents regret, but Cabanel suggests something very different. This is not the sorrow of someone wishing he had made another choice. It is the rage of someone who cannot accept losing. He is not crushed. He is humiliated. And those are 2 completely different emotions. Most artists portray Lucifer as a horrifying monster, someone easy to fear and even easier to hate. That approach keeps the audience comfortable. If evil looks monstrous, then rejecting it feels simple. But Cabanel refuses to make it that easy. Instead, he paints a being of extraordinary beauty and unimaginable intelligence, lying alone in the dirt, grieving the paradise he willingly abandoned because he believed he deserved something greater. That is what makes this painting so unsettling. It forces you to sympathize with someone you were never supposed to sympathize with. And perhaps that wasn't as controversial as it first appears. In a passage from the book of Ezekiel, later associated by many Christian traditions with Lucifer, the fallen being is described as perfect in beauty. Cabanel wasn't inventing a new image of Lucifer. He was giving visual form to an idea that had existed for centuries. Look beyond the figure himself. The landscape is almost as important as the angel. Dark green spread across the earth. Jagged rocks rise from the ground. Twisting vines seem to trap everything around them. Nothing feels welcoming. This world is harsh, cold, and unforgiving. Yet in the middle of all that darkness, Lucifer shines. His skin glows with a soft, almost heavenly light. Even after his fall, even after losing heaven, he remains the brightest object in the entire composition. Cabanel deliberately lights him from within. It's a remarkable artistic decision, because despite everything he has lost, traces of his former glory still remain. And perhaps that is the painting's greatest warning. Beauty, power, and brilliance can exist alongside pride. The wings tell the same story. One still carries the brilliant white of heaven. The other is slowly darkening. The transformation is happening before our eyes. There is no dramatic explosion, no instant change, only a slow, irreversible descent. Lucifer already understands something the viewer is only beginning to realize. There is no path back. When Cabanel painted the fallen angel, he was only 24 years old. A young student living far from home in Rome, completing what should have been nothing more than an academic assignment. Instead, he created one of the most unforgettable images of the 19th century. Ironically, the painting wasn't immediately celebrated. When it appeared at the Paris Salon in 1847, reactions were divided. Some critics admired Cabinel's extraordinary technical skill. Others were deeply uncomfortable. To them, Lucifer looked far too noble, far too beautiful, far too human. Perhaps that discomfort was exactly the point, because true temptation has rarely appeared as something ugly. Today, the fallen angel is housed in the Musée Faber in Montpellier, the very city where Cabinel was born. Nearly 2 centuries have passed since he painted it. Yet people still stop in front of this canvas for the exact same reason. They cannot decide what they are looking at. Is this the face of tragedy? Or the face of justice? Is this a victim of unbearable loss? Or the author of his own destruction? Cabinel never tells us. He never explains what Lucifer is thinking. He offers no judgment, no sermon, no answer. He simply paints one tear and leaves the rest for us to decide. That is the genius of this masterpiece. The longer you look, the less certain you become. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly why the fallen angel continues to fascinate audiences almost 200 years after it was painted. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories behind history's greatest masterpieces, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us as we uncover more remarkable paintings with extraordinary secrets hidden in plain sight. I'll see you in the next one.